Hello, my name is Gloria and I will be speaking about the relevant constitutional provisions for the right to abortion and contraceptives. To begin, I will be giving you a brief description about what this right is about. The right to privacy is the fourth out of the 10th Amendment in the Constitution of the United States. In the Constitution, it's under the Bill of Rights, which is the 10 Amendments, and it's the fourth one. This right protects the people from seizure and search in their own homes. It is by law that a police needs a search warrant in order to search your home, and without it, they cannot enter. Now, going back to the contraceptives and abortions topic, women should be the ones making decisions about their own bodies, not the men in the Supreme Court. It just doesn't feel right. Some people support women that buy the contraceptives and some people don't. The ones that don't have this term that are called pro-life, which means they're killing the fetus. You can't be doing that. And then on the other hand, there's people that do support women's choices using the contraceptives, and those people have this term called pro-choice. The people that support the women that have the term pro-choice are the exact people that think they should be able to get an abortion. They should be able to have that choice because that's their own body and they get to choose what they want to do with it, especially if it's only a fetus and the baby is not a couple weeks yet, it's not really alive, I guess. The people with the pro-life term are the people that say, no, but the baby is alive. You're killing it. You can't be doing that. You are killing a life. So that's why they're called pro-life. Having both of these terms, pro-choice and pro-life, has caused a lot of chaos in today's society all over the world, and it feels like a never-ending battle. One of the crazy things is that men in the Supreme Court are the ones trying to change this right for women and to not be able to abort their child if they don't want it or they can't afford it. There's different reasons why women don't want to keep the baby. One, they might not be financially stable for it. Two, they could be sexually assaulted, for example, and they might not want to keep the baby for their own reasons. Overall, I believe that men shouldn't be able to have that decision for the body of a woman. It should be up to women to decide if they want to keep or abort, and have that choice to abort, and have the choice to have and use contraceptives and have easy access to them.
The Supreme Court has gone through numerous cases about abortions. For each case, there were very important decisions that led to rulings. Examples would be Roe v. Wade. To simplify the meaning of the case, it is about individuals' decisions to terminate their pregnancy and not the government's. This case was then overturned in 2022. The most recent case is Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization. This case was brought to the Supreme Court back in 2022. The decision for this case was to take away the constitutional right to abortion. That then led to states banning abortion, and it's not all states that are banning it, but some states that would be are Alabama, Idaho, Missouri, Texas, Arkansas, and etc. The states that haven't banned abortion yet would be California, Nevada, New Mexico, Washington, and etc. The oldest Supreme Court case about abortion would be back in 1965. The case is Griswold v. Connecticut. The ruling for the case was state law forbidding the use of contraceptive violates the right to marital privacy, which is within the penumbra of specific guarantee of the Bill of Rights. The meaning of the case was protecting the right to privacy, which the court prohibited states from denying married couples birth control. The fight over reproductive rights has shifted to states and legislative for the foreseeable future.
Hi, my name is Katrina Mach. I will be covering the relevant legislation and executive orders in regards to the third topic. which is right to privacy, contraception, and abortion. We've already gone over two specific things, relevant constitutional provisions and relevant Supreme Court case decisions, but we haven't gone over relevant legislation and executive orders. Now, there are a lot of Supreme Court cases regarding abortion and contraceptives, but from what I could find, there weren't a lot of very specific legislations in regards to contraception and abortion, or at least a lot of the information was like, this is the states that make it legal, or this is like the states that don't have it legal or up to term, like this, and this. So instead, what I will be focusing on is two executive orders that specifically talk about contraceptives and abortion. So the two executive orders that specifically focus on contraceptives and abortions that I will be covering today are Executive Order 14076. This executive order is titled Protecting Access to Reproductive Health Care Services, and the second, but earlier, Executive Order 14101, Improving Contraceptive Access and Affordability for Women with Private Healthcare Insurance. Now, the first executive order in the list, Executive Order 14076, this came right after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. This was signed on July 8th, 2022. It was the 92nd executive order signed by the current president, Joe Biden, and it directly affects three government organizations: the Department of Health and Human Services, the Federal Trade Commission, and the Department of Justice. The goal of this order is to direct those three organizations to divert some of their resources towards safeguarding healthcare, specifically reproductive healthcare services. This executive order comes approximately 1 month after the overturning of Roe v. Wade. This order specifically directs the DHS to reevaluate and expand American citizens' access to different forms of contraceptions, discuss options with the Federal Trade Commission about ways to protect privacy regarding patient health care, and generally increase efforts and outreach to public education on abortion. The second, but earlier, executive order is the Affordable Contraceptive and Family Planning Services Executive Order. Executive Order 14101. This executive order was also signed in by Joe Biden earlier last year, and it came 1 day before the overturning of Roe v. Wade, which was overturned, I believe, on June 24th, 2022. This order directs the Treasury, Labor, and Health and Human Services groups. I forget specifically what they're called, I apologize. Basically to improve access to Americans with private healthcare insurances to access contraception. It specifically improves the ability to access low-cost or no-cost contraceptives, and it assists people basically on the Medicaid and the Medicare program. The best way to describe it is giving more support in improving the coverage of people that are already on government programs and that just may not have had the coverage before to access this kind of healthcare. And those are the two important executive orders that are related to healthcare regarding abortion and contraceptives.